Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-July. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what you may not see coming. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in, you all. I'm reading for you on the Capricorn full moon. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you do something today to honor this day. It's also a holy day where we honor our wise elders. And we honor the teacher within, our higher selves and the lessons therein. All right, Leo. Hope you're getting geared up for your season coming in soon, coming in hot. Yep. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leo. And I believe isn't it coming in like during this time period? I could be wrong because I know we entered Cancer season. We got a couple more weeks. I'm not sure the exact date Leo season begins, but I have a feeling it's got to be sometime in July, right? Yeah. So happy birthday, Leos, if you have an earlier in the season birthday. Ooh, Six of Swords. It's a nice energy. It's like calming things down. Let's take it easy. Let's not overthink the path. Let's just slow and steady. You're definitely exiting maybe some scorpionic Plutonian energies of transformation here as you see a snake that's kind of fading away in the water. So you could be leaving something behind right now or have recently left something behind that is slowly fading away. It could be your complete transformation. It could be a person in your life that is no longer in your life. I feel don't forget that life is a journey of alchemical transformation. Some of you have Scorpio placements too. I'm seeing this. It's almost like the snake is your friend at this point because you've gone so many death and rebirth cycles. I've never gotten that from this card. Make peace with the snake. All right. Let's now go into the recent past. We have the Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Ooh, some of you had a a change up in your home environment, whether someone new came in or someone exited or you actually moved. Bought a home, sold a home, new rented a home, packed up and left. There is definitely movement going on in your life here, Leo, and but it's serving you. I think that you're getting settled into perhaps a new home or home renovations, and it's you're trying to kind of bring your home life into balance. And maybe focus a lot more on material concerns, money, career, that sort of thing, and just stabilizing. All right. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Current energy, we have the Devil, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Oh, this is definitely keep out any negativity. Don't let anybody in through the door, Leo, who is not healthy for you. That could be the door to your mind, the door to your body, because everything is a relationship. So your relationship with your body, your mind, your spirit, and then your relationship with your home, with your children, with your family, with your friends, right? With the world at large. I feel like don't let in anything that is going to... It's interesting, Libra got a little bit of this energy too. It could be something collective around being mindful of the company you keep. And this is definitely don't fall prey to see the good in other people, but also don't be a fool. There is something around you. I don't think it's self-deception here. I think you're legitimately staying away from that or that person, that place, that thing, that habit, that belief. Oh, wow. You've got a major shift going on. Some of you, this has to do with your work life or a partnership where you've been defensive, there's blocked energy, you're trying to move into calmer waters, because I see a match here with, it could be a co-parenting situation too for some of you. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, and they're on opposite sides here. In the middle, we have the Devil, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So you could be trying to iron out some issues, right? I was actually listening this morning to Jay Shetty talking to Dr. Orna. I can't remember her last name, but she's the one who, I love her. If you all want to be schooled in relationship advice or couples counseling therapy, he did a podcast with her. She's the like one of the world's #1 couples therapist, and they talked a lot about what makes a relationship healthy, successful, what to look for, some pitfalls. But I find it fascinating. She's such a treasure trove of information, and there's some really good gems. So if you're wanting to learn more about relationships and learning from your past, so you're better prepared for the next person, or you're currently going through what looks like a struggle with someone in your life, doesn't have to be a romantic partner. But this could be also your relationship with your career, and realizing I got to make some big changes, because in the near future, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Tower. So something that you've invested a lot of time and energy into and is part of your foundational territory is undergoing reconstruction. Could be literal, right? What I was saying with renovations, but something is being reconstructed, rebuilt in your life at this time, Leo. Ooh, I like this. You're protecting your energy. All right. I'll leave it there. Actually, we'll say you are at, I would say, phase 2 of a manifestation. It could be a new idea. It could be holding boundaries. Phase 2, right? Because the Page of Pentacles Ace is like, I want to manifest something. That's the idea generated, right? Putting that rocket of desire out. Page is, I'm starting to see a little bit of evidence. It's making me feel good. I'm going to keep going. Page of Pentacles. We have, though, on top of that manifestation, 5 of Swords, which could indicate internal conflict about what you're manifesting. Like this could be around your value, your worth. Am I good enough? This is also really focusing on nurturing, self-love, self-care. This could be also if you are a parent. So interesting. Trying to put your parental roles first. This is about your growth as well, and really making that front and center in July. You are working on a manifestation. I feel like you're just trying to keep thoughts out of your head that are going to impede your ability to bring it in, call it in, experience it. Okay. You're definitely removing blocks in July, and you're trying to calm down mentally after maybe what feels like you're still settling from upheaval. It's interesting that I highlighted that snake. As you can see, there's choppy waters that he's leaving behind. 6 of Pentacles is leaving, 6 of Swords, my bad, is leaving, stressful mental states, distress, mental turmoil, that sort of thing. It's not as severe as when you get up into the higher echelons of the sword energy, but this is like, let's get out of this now before it gets worse energy. Let's get a few oracle messages. And a lot of you, it's just the thoughts you're thinking about a situation. Let's see. Trying to be calm, right? Be centered. As I say this, pay attention. You're getting a warning here. Leo, they want you to pay attention. We'll see what that says. Pay attention. It's about your worth. Some of you are having to walk away from somebody right now and put up healthy boundaries and to persevere. There could be some emotional and mental resiliency that you're having to exert in July around a person. Feels like somebody you've been maybe having conflict with around maybe even matters in the home. Or this could be a work situation as well, since you're showing work. All right, pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Yeah, so you're going to be getting signs moving forward. I think it'll be blatantly obvious what direction you're going in. This is like, okay, I'm moving on, but are you going to go left? Or are you going to go right as you go towards a new dawn, a new horizon? So you are at a crossroads here currently. And I think you're trying to defend staying, in your own energetic bubble, holding space for self, nurturing self. I almost feel like you feel very protective. If you have children, you're just in a really protective, like mama bear, father bear mode from just because there's a big shift that's been going on and you're trying to just make sure everybody's taken care of. So we also have worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case. You are worthy and you have inherent value, Leo. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. Yeah. Some of you are stuck in a situation that you're being guided to leave, and put in the time and effort in, and you're kind of avoiding maybe the upheaval of having to express yourself. If anything, you need to, let's read this next one. This keep going, to persevere through the strife. It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress toward your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. I think that, you're definitely stabilizing. You're trying to make healthy decisions. You're standing and, in your own integrity and your own truth, and you're moving forward. I think you're safeguarding yourself. And you're keeping silent, about some of your plans. It feels like, move in silence here, Leo. I'm getting that strong vibe. All right, now let's clarify. Nope, they want me to go with the original tarot. All right, I want to clarify the Six of Swords. So this is just making decisions every day to focus on yourself. Yeah, look at that. Moving on. Literal movement. Okay, you're moving on from something. You're going through a huge transformation with that snake shedding its skin, and you're healing. Your healing work is very important right now. I just saw the Wheel of Fortune poke out. Yeah, there's been a lot of karmic changes going on. And there's a lot of success that it's almost like be proud of the efforts that you're making on taking time for yourself. You need it. All right, we have the Page of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Nice. Okay. You're overcoming difficult communication with someone. And I think they're going to have better, improved communication. I see this communication, Page of Swords. There's clarity. You're going to feel really good this month. If you've had difficulty with somebody, feels like somebody, strong earth sign, okay? If not, this is somebody that you've, have history with, that you have put energy into knowing, working alongside, or being with, or having to separate from. But still being tied. You might have financial ties to someone or something. And if it's not a person, this is you moving away from a chapter of your life, regrounding, getting settled in, and opening up and finding clarity on the path around just taking a moment to you've succeeded over walking away from something. And that's when we just need to okay, just catch your breath, Leo, in July. That's what I'm getting overall. Catch your breath. There's a lot of truth and clarity coming in that this is a victorious time for you, because I think it took a lot for you to even make the moves that you've made lately. Some of these are career moves, implementing ideas, starting new projects, trying to, silence the naysayers, or even the little voice within that says you're not good enough to do this, whatever it is. King of Swords, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. I think what I'm seeing is you having to put up some boundaries around a situation. There could have been some secrets, things that were held in for way too long. This is when two people, I was talking about this couples therapy for a reason, because you may have had to really hold in a lot for a long period of time. It could have been on both sides. Maybe this is when you're tied to something or someone in a career or in a connection, in a partnership. Because I'm seeing, Queen, King of Swords, King, Queen of Pentacles. So you're definitely looking at aspects of your work and also your mind and the long term, and also how you feel about everything. This is your recent past. So I think that you've got your eyes on the prize. You have a lot of emotions around creating more material security for you. Maybe after taking a little bit of a, whoa, this is I need to get my affairs in order type of energy. I have goals. I have plans. I want to start manifesting these things because I see this in the near future. All right. I like this though, because you're not sweeping anything on the rug from yourself about what you want long term. And you're not sweeping it under the rug with others around what you want. It's just get it out in the open, be clear and open. And that's what you're doing. Now we have the King of Wands. Wow. A lot of King energy. So this is about your leadership. This is about how are you leading your life? Are you leading your life and making the right decisions to stand in your truth and integrity when it comes to what you're trying to build? being honest with yourself. And we'll keep going, because that's the King of Swords aspect that you're conquering. Now the King of Wands aspect you're conquering, I see. You feel deeply wounded in your pleasure principle. Okay, whatever that is for you. This is around feeling good about things in your life. That spirited feeling you get in your soul, right? That's your fire. So Leo, you're definitely looking at wounding right now that someone has caused you. And you could get all bent out of shape about it, right? But they're also saying, don't let the mind suck you under about your past. Okay, you're moving away from it. This is when when we leave a situation successfully in work or in partnership, and it still has a grip on us emotionally and mentally. And that's your work. That's your part now. You may have left a situation, but now it's time to clear and clean it up. A little similar to Libra, but in a really different way here. So, because we have the Four of Cups with the Two of Swords, which is, real like stuck energy in, the disappointment, I think you're disappointed in someone who really has wounded you. It's fair, right? It's just a fair assessment. But just because something is true, it doesn't mean that you hold on to that and you don't transmute it. So I think that's what you're working on now, transmuting and metabolizing the disappointment, the pain. This is the wounded warrior in your fire. And so I think you're like, it's time for me to honor like the pleasures in my life. I want to feel good about the connections I have. I want to feel good about moving through the world with my body. I want to feel good inside my body. I want to feel good in my relationships. I want to feel good in my career. So that's that King of Wands energy. That's taking charge, taking lead, making decisions that promote that. Not, what's the opposite of promote? Deny that, right? Okay. Now let's go into the Eight of. Now we're looking at the material, right? I love this. You're doing a lot of personal growth work right now, aren't you? I like it. And this is the student here overall. You're like, you see clearly that in order for you to succeed, it's so funny. I'm getting this download too. Even with Libra, I was like, I need to start doing these readings where I'm helping people weekly around how can you best show up in the best version of yourself and the work you need to do every week on each aspect of self, right? I got something brewing here. So you may be even doing creative endeavors that actually are promoting more personal growth. I'm going to read that book and I'm going to, nurture my mind and my intellect around a new philosophy, right? Or in the wand energy, it could be, I'm going to start, cutting out sugar, or eliminating alcohol or anything I'm over and eating or overindulging on or over drinking, whatever. I don't see that here, but, anything you're overdoing, you're cleaning that up. And now let's look at the Pentacle energy, which could be your approach to someone you're dealing with. I feel like someone you're dealing with, you've had enough. You're at your wit's end. You are trying not to let them poke you, like trigger you. This is like someone who knows how to trigger you and not falling for it, rising above it. Yeah, you are. Ooh, I love it. This is you actually saying, I'm taking my Queen of Pentacle energy. There you are. This is you here. You're coming through this whole reading in this Queen of Pentacles energy, like rooted and grounded, rooted and grounded, rooted and grounded, right? Stable, secure, an inner equilibrium. I just read for Libra on that. So it's like, it's really coming forward through this full moon because this Capricornian full moon influence, this is about really getting centered in yourself. And what do you need to do in July to promote that, to encourage that, to deepen in it, rather than flee from it or shut down from it. So I see you're being guided, right, to keep moving forward with your plans for your growth and your ultimate prosperity. You are wrapping up a massive cycle with someone that you have suffered an awakening with, a tower moment with, saying, it's either around your career saying, I want to make a change, not yesterday, now. Like this is like, you've been waiting on this change, whatever it is, because the tower brings crazy change that you don't always anticipate. But at the end of the day, you knew from the beginning that this was going to happen, right? That you need to focus on you. This is you coming into alignment with your 3D reality, right? Putting the time and work in to rebuild your life, yourself. Some of you, it's just rebuilding all aspects of self and leveling up here, okay? Because you keep going Pay extra close attention to your value and your worth. Don't get caught up in the past, especially when it comes to the thoughts you think. You're moving into calmer waters. Some of you have escaped a situation by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Okay, I'm hearing. And it's like, whew, okay, made it through that. All right. Let's just like, whew, it's like recovery here. Recovery. Where you are coming out of conflict and you're rooting and grounding in your divine masculine and your divine feminine. A lot of you are maintaining a new household. You're parenting. You're getting your affairs in order. You're making the money. If not, you're very, very career focused here in the near future, or in prosperity and in personal growth, personal endeavors. I like seeing this. Glow up time, right? Glow up time, my friends. Yep, through the pathway of healing and taking a time out. Taking a time out is going to be very important, okay? This is what you need, yeah. Ooh, I knew it. I knew the spiritual energy was going to come forward. The High Priestess, the Six of Cups, and the Four Swords, gorgeous. You're cleaning up some past wounds. You're moving on from something. You're closing out a cycle. It's justified. This was a long time coming, Leo. You knew it was coming. You did it. Things are settling. It hasn't been easy. You're coming out of some difficult energy, but you see the path clearly, and it's time to take a victory lap. You did it. You left something behind. And now you are rooting and grounding in yours. It's like now that you've done that, you can deepen so much in your High Priestess energy. This is about spiritual growth, my friends, and clearing the deck, right? Clearing the path. See, look, you see make way for Leo. The path is clear. It's time for a huge spiritual rebirth, spiritual awakening, because you've healed, right? You've done a lot of healing around the past, and I feel like this is time to nurture yourself. Pour into you in the month of July, okay? That's what I'm feeling. And don't give up. Let's get your animal spirit oracle. Ooh, 2 want to come out. We have the hummingbird. Yeah, taking time out for play, for rest, to enjoy your life. That sacred pause is so important, especially today with this Capricorn full moon. We have the hummingbird. Be here now, right? Be present. And then Spirit has your back. You see, you're divinely guided and protected the whole time. I feel like you have a lot of spiritual wisdom coming through here in the near future. As you wrap up this cycle, it was hard fought, right? Things are calming down. You're going from the 5 of Swords to the 4 of Swords. You have the 6 of Cups. So really sink into your connections. I feel like a lot of you have children. If not, you have pets. It's like allow yourself to be nurtured, all right? Do the things for yourself that nurture you in every aspect of your life. Let's read Hummingbird and Eagle. We have 34, the card number of 7. This is a time of huge spiritual growth. And then we have 5, change. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly, it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be and have the experience you wish to have. Focus your energy on this flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still. Feeling your connection to Spirit. Yeah, told you, spiritual rebirth, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. I'm telling you, this is huge spiritual messages at the end. They're telling you to be here now. You've survived a difficult chapter, a difficult cycle, and you're in a brand new beginning that's full of you being deeply connected to your inner knowing, your inner truth, right? Your inner spiritual integrity, and you're really deepening. Now let's look at Eagle. Ooh, so regal, so regal. And I opened right to it, folks. Think of the eagles flying high above the other birds, soaring on the wind. Eagle Spirit has appeared to ask whether you're willing to soar to new heights, even if that means solitude for a short while. Truly, all the wisdom of the world is available to you. When storms flash across the sky, it is Eagle Spirit that raises you above it all, helping you conquer fear and overcome adversity. Yeah, you're definitely overcoming adversity, Leo, reminding you that Spirit has your back and wants you to experience life at its fullest. At this moment, you are meant to know that you have the highest of wisdom and courage within, gifted to you by Spirit and all the angels. Boldly build your nest in a lofty space and know that now you can fly effortlessly, proudly embodying Eagle Spirit in all her glory and grace, claiming what is truly yours in divine timing. So yeah, I feel like you're going through a huge glow up around your worth. They want you to keep going. You're going through a huge spiritual rebirth, a transformation. This is a victory lap. There's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of divine protection going on for you and a lot of grounding in the material world. I think you have a powerful awakening after removing yourself from toxic cycles. I feel like you do have something new coming in. You keep showing up in the Queen of Pentacles. You're definitely pre-Empress energy here. You're going into Empress energy. You have a King of Pentacles around you, okay, that I saw earlier. But I do think that this is about your leadership overall, though, and taking lead of your life and actually going through this huge transformation in every aspect of your life. It's amazing. Keep going, Leo, okay? Take care. Namaste.